Well, I guess we're live, everybody. And tonight, no shit, I've got a dude on that runs a new race series. He's a traveling series. He also runs a track day company. Is a bunch of weirdos that dress up in powder blue and stuff, championship belts and shit. Cooper
What up, G?
from Legion Superbikes. What's up, buddy?
Yeah, man. Good, dude. Thanks for having me on, man.
Yeah, like my homie's got a new race series. Of course, I got to help him, talk about it, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So, we talked a little bit, like we're talking about your series being a travel series. Like, how many rounds do you have?
We're doing 6. Yeah, so
Six
six
rounds. That's
6
healthy,
rounds, 6
bro.
different tracks. Yeah, it's pretty good.
So where are you going? I know you're going somewhere this weekend, right?
Yeah, we're going to Hallett, which is it's Hallett Motor Racing Circuits in Jennings in Oklahoma.
You're going to Oklahoma? All right,
Oklahoma.
man.
Me and
All
Barb are loading up the truck, hitting
Okay.
horses, heading to Oklahoma.
Right on.
So this series really revolved
Hallett.
around Heartland Park, which was in Kansas, which was a place we used to do track days at. And it was just it was cool. Super cool facility. And then the guy never paid taxes on it. And so, yeah, dude's fucking crazy. This dude's like he's like a, what do you call it? He's like a tycoon as far as, housing and all this real estate guy. Tons of money. So he owns the place. And of course, they do a tax evaluation on it. And, it ends up being higher than the original tax evaluation. He just says, fuck that. Fuck the county. Him and the county don't get along. He doesn't pay anything. He doesn't pay what he thought should be like what the original tax evaluation was. He just doesn't pay anything. So eventually it goes to court. He had no leg to stand on. So they had to auction everything off. They had to get rid of it. It was like fucking $4 million taxes. We lost a really awesome track. So that sucked.
Heartland Park went
gone. Yeah, they're like auctioning off the land right now.
No
so
shit.
That was what the series was based around, because nobody was racing there, dude. And we were like, dude, we got to bring racing back, except for Armo. Armo's going out there.
Yeah, because didn't Motor America do around there once?
I think way back in the day,
like when
it wasn't called Motor America. Yeah. So that went away. We were like, we were like, fuck, dude. Let's keep it going.
That was the spot, dude. Like Heartland Park, Topeka. When I lived in Kansas City when I was in college, there was a bunch of dudes that were from Kansas City doing the AMA Nationals. I don't know if I'm too old for most people to remember, like Mr. Clark, like was his name Shane Clark? Like he was a dude that was like the privateer 750 guy that would do this whole circuit. A whole bunch of dudes from out there, and then the club races would be at Topeka. So cool. Man, total bummer that place is gone.
Dude,
I remember the drama about that too. The guy, didn't he do like a YouTube or something about it? And he's like, "Look, man, they raised my taxes and it's bullshit."
Oh,
I didn't know he was. I didn't know he just decided to just say,
didn't pay anything." If he would have paid something, it probably would have been different. I just don't think he gave a.
Yeah. So I guess you're not going to Kansas then.
We're not going to Kansas, which sucks because it was like a nice little loop right here, between Colorado. You have Hastings is another round, which is in Nebraska. It's about 5.5 hours from Denver. Super coul track, just got repaved. They do a bunch of track days out there. Yeah.
How many miles is that one?
Gosh, off the top of my head, I think it's like, no, it's not 2.5. It's probably like 1. No, it's 2. I guess it is 2.1.
2.1. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Healthy straight.
It's definitely a 600 track.
Okay, it's go-kart track.
Yeah, for sure.
Go-kart track. Okay,
it is. Cool. Yeah, but it's got a nice little straight. Where else are we going? We're going to Utah. That was our makeup. That was basically instead of once we lost Heartland Park, we were like, well, let's see if we can't keep it 6 rounds, 6 different tracks. So called up Jen over there and I was like, hey, you got a date? And she did. So that's our round 2. So we're doing outer course.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we got Pikes Peak International Raceway here, Pueblo Motorsports Park, also here in Colorado, and then High Plains Raceway.
Wow. So
is our closeout round.
Cooper got High Plains.
I know, right? That's
what?
If you're watching, you know anything about us and Legion. Yeah, that's the shocker.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, dude, like I would have never thought that you would beat me to Willow.
That's it, right?
Yeah, dude. Okay, so you got 3 rounds. You got 3 rounds in Colorado, and then 3 rounds out of Colorado. So when you go to Utah, are you going to do one of the loops? Or are you going to do the full Monty? What are you going to do?
We're doing outer course.
Oh hell yeah, dude!
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, why not? Because nobody else is doing outer there. They haven't been, so we're gonna run it.
Hey, one of the guys from the attack team, Maurice, he says he misses Topeka, Kansas Raceway.
Yeah, dude.
Maurice,
dude,
you don't know nothing about Topeka. Right on. Yeah, so let's talk about your series, man. Like what's the class structure looking like?
So we wanted to keep it kind of modern with what everybody's kind of doing and cut out all the fluff and shit like that, because you can get that kind of everywhere. Like you can get that with the local club, all the weird classes for everybody and their mom.
You mean I don't want to fuck around and call somebody out, but
okay.
But like we used to call, like at CVMA back in the day, we used to call some of those classes like Formula Gouges.
Okay. Yeah.
Like Formula One guy, and it was like the whatever.
Yeah, they're like weird classes.
The
Kramer guys, the
Kramer guys.
Yeah,
they have a class.
They don't, and that's all half my emails are about. Where can I race my Kramer? And I'm like, I don't know.
Well, a good rule of thumb for that. I mean, you do you, buddy. I was part of government a few times.
Yeah.
So I can relate to the situation that you're in. And the thing that I remember that kind of worked is that if somebody came with something weird, we'd figure out somewhere to put them.
Yeah, and that's where we're at. Yeah, that's where we're at. Like my technical director guy who's written the rule book and all that, he's right there. He's got a spot for him. So we're figuring it out as we go.
Okay.
Definitely. But it's basic. You got basically our SBK 1000 class for experts only. You've got your Super Sport 750, production twins. Everything's expert and novice except for the Superbike class.
Okay.
So expert only. We've got a 401k. That's for the old guys. So anybody over
401k.
Yeah, it's called 401k. Formula 401k.
Formula 40 Open, basically.
Yeah, that's sponsored by Audi. So we figure you're more distinguished gentlemen. Yeah.
Okay.
By Audi, yeah. So yeah,
that's exciting.
And we met in the middle there. It's
so you basically have little bike classes, right?
We do that too. Yeah. So we have featherweight, which is like the open, and then we have a fourth, which is basically pretty much open, and then super stock 450, and then like a super street 350 if you're just starting out.
So you have basically like kind of like a stock and a super bike version of the little bike classes.
Yeah. And
then your middleweight class is 750,
and we have a super stock 600 class.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Maurice, they're not just in the Midwest, or maybe they are just in the Midwest. Is Colorado Midwest? I don't even know.
I don't know. It's like Rocky Mountain,
Nebraska, like Midwest. Colorado, Nebraska, Oklahoma, and Utah.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a little more than Midwest, because I mean, you talk to people Midwest, I guess you'd consider like Iowa and shit like that. But that to me is, I don't know.
So you're just in the middle of the country. You ain't branching out to the coasts.
No, we're not. No.
Yet.
No. Yeah, we'll see. But
I mean, who knows, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you got your middleweight class is the 750 class.
Yeah. Okay. Then we got production twins. We got an open twins class.
You have a production twins class.
Yeah. Yep.
Really? Okay. Yeah. So that's like stock R7s and
and this 660s and same shit.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we have some oddball. We have a hooligans that's not quite like Moto A. It's more for like basically anything with the clip-ons,
upright bars.
Yeah, upright bars, and it's more of like just whatever. It's open, so you got upright bars.
Like run the 2-up sled in that.
Yeah, you can bring whatever the fuck you want. It's a one race. It's whatever you want. It doesn't have to be super raced out. It could be a street bike for all we care.
Okay,
just come and have fun with it. And that's it. And then we have a sportsman class. So every class qualifies. Every single one. So if you don't make the cutoff,
okay,
that's your class basically.
Okay. How about for first timers? Do they automatically get to enter that class, or how does it go?
No, you go in. Yeah, you just got your license. Yeah, every class, like I said, except for expert. SBK has a novice class, so you're in there.
Okay.
So I mean, if you're not making the 112% cutoff in novice, then yeah, sportsman's your place, basically.
So Legion SBK is sort of like your pro, your top level, your Race of the Rockies, or what's the MRA?
You have you have MRAs like Race of the Rockies. You've got
Masters of the Mountain.
Masters of the Mountain. Yeah.
So Formula Pacific. Yeah.
So SBK 1000 is that.
Okay. That's cool.
It's a payout class. So we have 4 payout classes.
What are you paying?
We're paying money, baby. Paying
what?
Money.
So you rounded up some cash for these dudes to go after? All right.
Yeah,
okay.
Dude. Yeah. So yeah. So 4 classes payout if you're an expert. Obviously
Experts
SBK
only
1000.
get the money.
Yeah.
That's good.
Production twins, Super Sport 750, and then featherweight, little bike. So there's a payout class for pretty much everybody.
That's great.
So yeah, dude. I mean, we got a shit ton of sponsors, which is really helped make it happen. So
let's talk about the sponsors in a little bit, but I want to talk more about the actual racing. So what's your race weekend going to look like? Are you like the series that goes out and practices and qualifies all day Saturday?
Yep.
And then you get your racing done on Sunday, or you do the qualifying on Saturday and then a full brick of races Saturday and then a full brick of races on Sunday? How do you do it?
So it depends on the rounds.
Friday practice?
Yeah, so there's 3 rounds where we have endurance on Sunday. So there's also some endurance racing. Yes, we're trying to get some endurance back.
That's neat.
So on the 3 rounds that we have endurance, practice and qualifying, which is only open to racers, is Friday. So it's, you get your practice rounds and then there's qualifying in the afternoon. Then Saturday would be the sprints and the shootouts, which are just double header combined points.
Okay.
And then Sunday would be endurance. So we're going to do a 2-hour for like featherweight. So ultra lightweight bikes, basically you and a buddy grab an ultra lightweight bike, do a 2-hour, and then we'll do a 4-hour endurance.
4-hour. Where are you going to do this at, dude?
So the first round is at Hallett, and then we're doing it, at High Plains. And
you're doing a 4-hour at High Plains?
Yeah.
When is that, dude?
Let's see here.
Dude, I don't know what the hell it is with California. Like we don't endurance race. I don't know what it is. Like I know that when I was part of government or whatever, a lot of riders would ask about it. And man, we would always try to make it pencil, and it just never penciled for us. Like
no, see, I want to
maybe, dude. I've done the MRA 4-hour a couple times.
Yeah, so did we. So when we started racing, that was it.
Yeah.
Dude. Like we came in as some novices. I remember
it was too damn hot in the summertime. Yeah, that's
dude.
True.
It is, and it is fucking hot.
It's hot as hell.
But
out
dude,
here,
if you don't know, if you're watching, I work for N2 as well as their videographer, and I do the Endure series on YouTube. So, dude, I fucking love it. And out there, it's huge, man. I mean, you're talking 70 plus teams are out there. It's, they've done such a good job with it. So, and everybody out here always talks about how because there's not endurance on the West Coast, and the 4-hour with MRA's just been kind of slowly dying over the years. Utah SBA used to do one, and then they quit doing that back in 2019.
Really?
So,
dude, that one the first time I went to the one in MRA was like 2010.
Yeah, and how was that?
Dude,
was it popping?
It was insane, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like there was like years. What that I think it was a Superbike school coach. What was his name? Josh Galster. I don't know. There was a few guys that did it like solo the whole thing. But then dude, there was like 600s and 1000s and 650s and there was like 80 bikes, it seemed like. Some people were doing the tag team thing where they would do the
relay.
Dude. Some people were just swapping transponder, whatever. And then some people just used one bike and just, motored.
It's solo. Yeah. Dude, you can do it solo, and you can do that with us too. So
there was one year I did it with my dad on the SV.
Just the two of you or what?
Yeah. It was before that guy, Hollywood, before Hollywood crashed my dad out and took him out of racing.
Okay. Jeez, that sounds like a story there.
Yeah, it's fun times. It's racing, shit happens.
Yeah.
But dude, like my dad did the first stint, and he kind of had a little heat exhaustion like in the beginning.
Oh yeah.
So I did like 3.5 hours by myself.
Holy fuck. Dude.
Ran the thing out of gas. Damn. I was like, man, I'm getting kind of hungry. You guys got a sandwich up in there? Yeah.
You think you could do that today, though?
What?
The like 3.5 hours straight?
Oh, me?
Yeah, dude.
Bro. Yeah.
Come on, you ride that bicycle up and down the coast.
Yeah,
so
dude.
I think it'd be easy.
That'd be like whatever. It'd be nothing.
Yeah.
Honestly. Yeah. Because endurance.
If you're doing endurance, somebody hit this man up.
Yeah. So anyway, like I was saying, when is that thing in Colorado again?
Which one? The endurance or what?
Yeah.
Ours or MRAs?
Yours.
Ours is at the end of the season, so it's in October.
It's in October.
Yeah, mid-October. Yeah.
Middle of October.
Yeah. Cool
okay, so in October, if you want some guy on your team, call me, dude.
Yeah,
like,
you should.
Email me something. I'll join that series. That sounds badass. I'll ride something. I'll fly out to Colorado and do that. That's hilarious.
Get you on a bike? Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude. Anyway. All right, so let's talk about how it's gonna go. So you got qualifying, like how does you my laps? You know, you got
it's all my laps.
The live timing and do you got the Speed Hive or what are you guys using to view your lap times?
Speed Hive. We'll see how that goes. I guess
depends on how the internet works and
exactly.
Hallet,
I mean, there's only 3, right? You got Speed Hive, you got My Race Pass, I think, and then
right.
What's the other one? There's one other. Like
who the fuck cares? Honestly, the industry standard for racing is the My Laps one, right?
Right. So
yeah, like who cares about those other ones? You know.
So.
I mean, that's just real. So what your org, you have timing and scoring people.
Yep.
Registration people.
Yep. Registration, tech, grid, all that good stuff.
Eric says to get me out there. I'm great with timing. Eric, dude, I don't want to be part of timing in a race.
Are you good with timing?
Dude, I know my laps, but I don't want to.
Do you? I'm gonna hook you up.
I don't want to be part of government, dude. I want to be part of the other side. It just rides.
Dude, the timing thing has been like our quest to get it right is let me tell you. So we buy all this shit, right? We get it last year. We're setting it up and running through it. And I send one of my guys out with NASA, basically timing, or you know what I mean? Because there's only like one guy. And so we get there and we're running through everything. We're talking about all the classes, shit we want to do. And he's like, oh, dude, it's not going to work with what you got. You got like the basic shit. He's like, you need, the standard at a minimum. You need this, you know what I mean? Yeah. So my guy comes back to me and tells me all this shit. And if you've ever gotten into the timing equipment and how much everything costs and decoders and all of a sudden you're just like, ka-ching, ching, ching, ching. It's just fucking money.
Welcome to running a race series, buddy.
Yeah. So anyways, I'm salty, right? I'm like, motherfucker, and like Christmas time, My Lap sends out this like a, hey, how's it been, a survey kind of thing, and it's asking me like, hey, how has your account manager been? How did they help you set everything up? And I'm like, I don't even know I had an account manager. Nobody's helped me set up shit. We're just trying to watch shitty old YouTube videos from 20 years ago on this shit. Send it in. This guy reaches out. He's like, oh man, he's like, you're supposed to come with the version you paid for. You actually paid for it. Like all this stuff, so we got it. We got it hooked up. I think we got it right.
That's cool.
So I think we're good in that department.
You think you're good in that department?
Yeah. I mean, that's all.
That sounds really awfully confident, bro.
Does it? Thanks.
You and I talked about it a few days ago or a week ago or something, right?
Yeah.
And I think I gave you the come to Jeebus moment, right?
Yeah.
Like, bro, like the fucking timing is everything. So you got to get it right, dude. Like it's a pain in the ass. And like if the timing doesn't work, everybody, your whole paddock's gonna sit there and looking at you like you're a fucking retard. So figure it out, dude.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Gotta have it on point.
So
that's our top.
Yeah, and that's just being real, bro.
Yeah,
like, no pressure. But
no pressure.
There's a lot of pressure. All the pressure is on you,
pressure
buddy.
all the time.
Right. So you got to get it right.
Yeah.
And then as far as everything else goes, like how does the tech work? Do you guys have it sort of racers can pay extra and do tech in their pit, or?
Nah, we haven't set it up like that. as of right now, but obviously it's in the evening, it's in the morning.
Okay.
I mean, we do a lot of tech anyways.
Okay.
So I think we're good there. It's pretty streamlined, straightforward. Oh, Park for May, we have that too.
We have a Park for May.
We do, yeah. I mean, we have payout classes, so you know, anytime you're dealing with money,
yeah,
motherfuckers will try cheating. So, so yeah, you
yeah,
gotta check your shit. So, because I mean, at the top, I mean, SBK
do you
1000 pays out.
Do you anticipate having to do a bunch of teardowns?
No, I don't think so. I hope not. I'm not tearing down shit. So if you're, you know, if you're doing,
I mean, I know how y'all Colorado people are, man.
I'm tearing down. I'm not tearing down shit.
Okay.
Somebody will be. You can tear your own down. Tear down your own shit. And we'll watch.
Well, when I tear it down, it's usually because I broke something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So what, like, seriously, like, what's your protocol for that? Like, if you know, the protest rules are super cool for Legion. That's what Nicholas Koken is saying. Like,
that is my technical guy.
Is he?
That's the guy who wrote it. Yep.
Oh, he's like, speaking of teardowns. Well,
he's probably tearing something down right now.
He probably is already. He hasn't even started yet. Is it yours? Making sure that your shit's legal?
Fuck no. I won't let him touch anything.
Damn, teardown. That's what Maurice says. Maurice works at for the Attack Yamaha squad. Also, Eric Davis works. Yeah, boys, appreciate the team support.
Yeah, dude.
Hope the boys do the business this weekend at Brainerd while you're at Oklahoma.
Yeah,
right.
Oklahoma.
And I'm hopefully riding my new Madone.
Yeah.
Yeah, bicycles. Yeah. Okay. So it sounds like, Nick, in the comments, let me know if you got like a procedure for the teardowns in case you get to do that. Unfortunately, hopefully, I mean, generally speaking, the racing community isn't like super keen on protesting people unless it's totally obvious.
Yeah, like you're gonna pay. Like you can't just come in and be like, "Oh, that guy's fucking cheating," blah blah blah.
Right.
Like you're gonna, if it's gonna cost you. Like it's
yeah,
like 100%.
Well, it doesn't cost you money if you have a visual protest, right? But like if you
right.
If you're like, I want to see that dude's crank, you know.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, we got your car on fire. You're gonna put down a deposit. And yeah, dude. Okay.
What's the fee for that? Honestly, like if you tear somebody down, is it enough to, if they tear some dude down
enough
and
to
he's legal,
dissuade you? Like it's enough to make you think twice about it. So
no, but is it enough is it enough for the guy that wins the thing, if he's legal, to put his bike back together?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Staying organized can help after the protest.
Yeah.
Somebody says, Alan Rodriguez. Thanks, Alan.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fair. All right. Let's see what else. So, you know, based on experience with racing, you know, a lot of the classes, the biggest one I think always was the little bike classes, and that was at Chuckwalla and at CRA. Some of the biggest classes were the little bike classes.
Yeah.
Is that what your anticipation is here?
Yeah, I already kind of starting to see it already. And I think it fluctuates, I think, over the years. I mean, just being in racing, I've seen it to where, you know, everybody gets excited. Somebody buys a little bike and like, dude, it's so much fucking fun.
Yeah.
And their buddies buy it. And all of a sudden, you know, that class is really huge. And then eventually they get fucking bored. And then they're back on the 600s. Or somebody gets 1,000.
Or Cowie comes up with a new bike and ruins the class.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, that happens. Yeah. So it's always like this constant, I feel like, fluctuation. I think right now there's a lot of hype with it because you can win a little bit of money with us. And I think a lot of guys, even on our team, are feeling the little bike wave right now. So yeah, it's not for me. I'm 6'2".
1,000 class.
In 1,000 class?
Yeah, the 1,000 class has kind of gone up and down.
Right,
I mean, you know, when I was involved with CVMA, the 1,000 class was started small, then it grew, and then it kind of backed off, and now it's kind of big again.
Yeah, it's kind of big again. I mean, you got the Ducati, you got freaking BMW doing it. I mean, Cowie's always been right there. Yamaha, you know, so I don't know. I think it's pretty strong right now. And I mean, and then Super Sport's always been kind of the bread and butter. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going anywhere.
Yeah. Well, a lot of guys like to run the stock classes, right? Like I I don't have a whole lot of dough to spend on fancy shit, so I want to race on the class that, you know, that minimal prep, right?
You're talking general, not yourself, because this is a guy who has fucking
I
sparkly helmets.
I haven't always had a cool bike. You know, I ran
Yeah.
stock pieces of shit for a long time, man. Like,
yeah,
I've been racing 25 years, dude.
I
Like,
know, dude.
I didn't start out with the attack bike thing. Like, come on, man. Yeah, you know, like is for me, that's kind of like the end of the run. I got to have a really cool bike that even if I stop racing, I still have a cool bike, you know?
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I was at with that. But okay, so you're Nicholas Koken, that's your tech guy, right?
Yeah.
So he says that you guys tried to do something unique for your protest to make it hold more value, and people with unlimited budget can't just protest somebody out of a race.
Yeah.
If you protest somebody and that person's legal, that person gets the money that you put up for the protest. And Legion Superbike holds it in escrow and monitors the teardown either by the rider or the shop of their choice. And basically, if you're the guy that says your shit's illegal, and he puts up $1,500 to tear down the engine, if you're legal, you get the $1,500 out of his pocket.
Yeah.
Okay. That's okay. So yeah, that's pretty fair, you know?
Yeah,
I mean,
is it not? Right? Yeah, dude.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if $1,500 will put an engine back together, but
I don't know either. But
that's I don't know. That might be worth considering in case. I mean, like I said, I haven't seen that shit in a long time, but I remember, and I'll say it, I don't give a fuck. It's Jeff Stearns sent Carl Lowry home with his bike in a box like every month.
Dude, fuck. See shit like that. Fucking
yeah. I mean, he was racing against them.
Yeah.
And, you know, he protested it and tore him down every month. It was crazy.
And what was the repercussion for that? I mean, was there anything there, or was he always
No, it was somehow it was always legal, but he didn't care. He thought it was more important to send him home in the box.
What a dick. Jeez.
Yeah, and I think honestly, CVMA's current race director was WSMC's race director during that time. Wow. So yeah, Jay was the one doing the teardown. So like every month, Jay had to tear down this dude's bike. It was kind of funny looking at it from the outside, but it's like, man, that's fucked up. You know, so like you don't want a situation like that where the results are decided outside of the racetrack itself. You know, the action on track should determine people's destiny and championships and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So let me talk about that a little bit.
Okay.
Like one of the things that we used to hate about, John Huggins remembers that. That's right. John was at Willow back then.
Damn.
You know Huggins, right?
I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, Huggins is the man.
You know, one of the things that always irritated the shit out of me, and you know what, dude? I probably have one back here as an example. I'm gonna go get it.
All right, he's left. Let's take over.
Okay. So, little shit like this.
What the fuck is that?
Right? Like
you still have it though, so
I mean,
meaning.
Like I have a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I probably have an MRA one too somewhere in.
Oh, that's cool.
So
we have shit like,
you know, like
we have like our team championship within it. So if you've got you and a buddy, at least that makes up a team.
Okay.
And we have within it, we have the team championship.
Yeah.
So what we have is like a legit fucking helmet. We're gonna mount that you get. You can throw this on, dude. Yeah, and it's gonna have like the base where we put all the fucking team names on it each year.
Oh man, that's awesome. So you guys have like a team championship helmet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
And then like, okay, so like your trophies are not like repurposed soccer trophies.
No, we took a page out of the playbook and went to MX Trophy and was like, hey, you know, this is our deal, this is our theme, this is what we're doing. And they made us some pretty cool shit. So
and those MX Trophy guys, they cost money. You know, they cost serious dough, right? But you know what? The likelihood.
I guess compared, in comparison to like the cheap plasticky ones, I guess if you're on a fucking budget, sure. But I didn't think they were that expensive, man. I mean, you can get some quality shit for like whatever. I forget. It's
I
like
don't know.
12, 14 bucks
CRA's
trophy.
was like the trophy budget was like $4,000 a weekend. Like
yeah, that's about right.
Like, yeah, we're just gonna throw $4,000, you know.
Are they doing trophies for everybody? So we did trophies. So the trophies are for like the payout classes. You'll get a trophy and endurance, and the rest are medals. So you'll get a medal, a ribbon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like what? Yeah. Do you have?
So I guess
do you have an example on hand of what your
down there? Like? Fucking everything's boxed in the van, ready to go. Yeah,
fucking
dude.
Slacker, dude.
I know, but it's on our site. It's on our site. You know, we post them everywhere. If you follow us on Instagram or Facebook, you've seen them.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it'd be kind of cool to have it, but they're in the rug. They're in the rig. Somebody's gonna win it. So, so you have standard trophies, and I'm guessing they'll probably be different every round.
Yeah, they will.
MX trophies works.
Yeah.
The cool thing is when you have a custom trophy like that, you have that unique look. It's more likely. It's more likely that you won't take home a bunch with you, right?
Yeah.
Like as the organizer, people will come get their trophies.
Yeah, that's what I want. Come get your shit. Yeah. You know, if you're doing fucking gold cups and bullshit, nobody wants that.
Yeah, you're doing bought it in bulk, gas pump and helmets and whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like I know that you know, a lot of series have done that. And you know, WSMC back in the day, they used to do like, you know, kind of like a repurposed soccer trophy, but it was like the column, you know, the classic trophy. It had motorbike on it, whatever. And then like half the year they would do that, and then the other half of the year they would do these wooden plaques. Like that.
Yeah. Like the old wooden plaque.
Yeah. That's from
I've got like some
more than 10
plastic
years ago.
ones USBA was 15. Doing.
Yeah, I mean it's you know, I know that WSMC and CVMA also, and even CRA to some extent goes home with a lot of like racers don't pick up their trophies. Like, what do you think about that?
I think that sucks, man. I mean, it sucks that you take it home. It sucks as you as a racer don't. I don't know what that is. Like, you don't care to go get it, or just you forget, or what, or it's like whatever. You don't have the room for it.
Don't give a shit.
I guess so. You're just winning that many that you're like, I don't have room anymore in my garage or my, you know, or I don't know, or give it to somebody, give it to some fucking kid, donate to some kid who's walking around the paddock. You know, like, hey man, you know, make a thing of it. Even if you're up there, you're like, hey, I'd like to donate. You know, there's always some little kid there that you'd make his whole fucking day, you know?
Well, or you could do like Brant Wee did back in the day. We were at a barbecue restaurant, and you know, like, you know how the barbecue restaurants always put their barbecue trophies and shit up. And he snuck one of the old WSMC trophies.
Dude, that's hilarious.
And
that's a good idea too.
It was there for a minute.
If you don't want your shit, sneak it in somewhere else. That's yeah, but at least pick it up, man. You know, because the thing is like sponsors everybody put in time, money to fucking give you something. You know what I mean?
On.
And if like you don't want it, then and that's the majority kind of thing. Dude? Well, yeah. And if it's like, hey, you'd rather have something else, let me know. Because I mean, the money's getting spent. So if you'd rather see it spent on something else, then shit.
Yeah,
I'm all about progression and feedback. So it's
Maurice is commenting, and then Alan Rodriguez has a comment as well. And you know, he's like, Jake always gives his trophies to a kid.
See, that's cool. Yeah.
You know? So
I have a daughter, and like a friend of ours gave her like they used to do Race of the Rockies or Race of the Women's. I forget what it was called. It was women's only class.
Right.
And they had it, and like she gave her a couple trophies, and you know, she lives with that. You know, she's little, so she sees that all the time, and you never know. It might be aspiring or something, or just as cool. Now, yeah. Right? You know, so
yeah.
You never know.
Right. And then Alan says trophies mean a lot to kids. I mean, some racers too. I mean, trophies mean a lot to some people.
Yeah, because what else do you have to show?
The amount of work and effort and money that you spend on this crap, and the only thing that you have left is a bunch of pictures, YouTube videos, and stupid trophies.
Yeah.
And you know, I mean, some people don't take them serious, but other people do, and it's pretty disrespectful to not take them.
Yeah.
You know, to the organization as a racer, it's kind of disrespectful. So not cool. All right. Well, you got cool trophies, you got timing and scoring. You're going to do endurance races. You got classes for little bikes, twins, big bikes, old people. Do you have a women's class?
We don't have a women's class. We do have a women's like championship within it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So if there's a couple chicks, for sure, you can compete with it. You know, obviously,
but you don't want to do points. You don't want to do the.
There's not a women's only.
There. You're not there yet.
You know, if there's more chicks showing up, then awesome.
There are more chicks showing up.
Yeah,
wow, dude. Okay. I mean, look, there's a lot more female riders on the track than I've seen in years.
Dude, there are for sure. And we have you know, quite a bit of women that come to our track days and stuff like that. So it's cool. We have one female on the team.
We have a few on our crew, and
she keeps us in check.
Yeah, we have a few female riders on our crew, and you know, like one of them's pretty quick, dude. Like, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So, and then the other one, you know, she's had a little off.
Yeah.
And you know, and she's coming back from that, but yeah, dude, there's a lot of female riders.
There is, and you gotta have female riders in the paddock because, you know, dude, for any female goes to the fucking paddocks, just a bunch of dudes, and all the dudes are just trying to give them advice and like, you know, and I'm a strong believer most dudes are not in it for the fucking right reason, right? You got some other ulterior fucking motive or some shit. So I think other women are drawn to other women, dude. Like, let's be real, you know. So and then the thing is like if you have one scorned woman, dude, women go in packs, bro. So if you got one chick who was scorned by some dude in the paddock, she's like, I'm not going because I don't want to see this dude. Then guess what? You just lost fucking half the other women, you know?
Wow, that sucks.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I hope your club grows to the point where you are forced to do that.
Yeah, dude. Like we want to for sure, but at the same time,
it's like their money, bro. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah, if we only have two females or three, then it's like I'm never gonna have a class that's just like, hey, you get a trophy just for participating.
Yeah,
like that's not cool.
Yeah, it's not T-ball; it's for motorbike racing. So let's keep it, you know, competitive. There's some cool questions here. Eric Schabel. Hope I pronounced it.
Okay,
Schabel? Yeah. So he says, this is a good question, actually. You're a track day org owner, and you got the Legion Moto thing, and you know, you're kind of still green in my eyes. You're still the new guy, right?
We are.
But what set off? What sucked you into the great idea of starting and running a racing org?
Well, it goes back to, I think, our drama with the org we have here locally, like 100%. For anybody who doesn't know, I mean, we got some ban letters back in the day. I think anytime you have organizations that are nonprofit, where the turnover rate for the leadership is every couple of years, and there's no vision or, you know, no set plan. You know, usually with organizations like that, you have one guy who's motivated, and then the rest are just there, and it can be this fluctuation up and down. You have great years, that organization's like doing great, and then you have these like freaking lows, man. So for us, you know, we all raced with this org, and it just was a lot of lows. And at some point, it was like, you know, you could waste all your time trying to change something that doesn't want to change. And we got to the point where it's like, you know, we love the travel, fucking love the travel, me and the team. By the way, if you're watching this, we have Legion Speed Race team. It's you know, I think we probably got like 20, 25 guys and girls on this team. And I mean, we've gone to CVMA, we've raced all over. We just love packing it up and going somewhere, doing track days, whatever it is, you know. And I love doing co-events and stuff like that. We've done it in Arizona, we've done with you, obviously.
Dude, I partnered up with you and Rich with
Apex Assassins. You know, it's like, hey, you want to do this? And I was like,
right,
let's do it. Let's see where it goes. You know, but it was a time.
The Massacre.
Right? And the massacre, which was dope. So we were kind of all for it. And it was like, hey, why don't we just grid up on Sunday? Like, we're already going to these tracks. We have 6 great tracks within our region. You know, I mean, even Colorado has 3 tracks within 2 hours drive.
Oh, yeah.
Which most people don't have that. Like most people, you got to drive
outside of
5
California.
hours.
Most people don't get that.
No, you don't. It's crazy because people here in Colorado fucking cry about that. Like, oh, I got to drive 45 minutes to the track.
Yeah, all the way to Buttonwillow. I'm like, bro,
go to
it's an hour
Pueblo.
and a half. Like,
It's
calm
an hour
down.
and a half for me, man. And I'm like, bro, dude, like I'll go 8, 10. I'll drive all day, go to a track and have a good time. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna have a blast. I mean, we make the trip to Arizona. It's 14 hours, dude. We have a blast. I don't care. So that was kind of where the race series came from. It really was Heartland Park because we loved going out there, and the goal there was like, dude, we got to race here. Like, we got to bring some racing here. And we were kind of already doing a little bit of dabbling with stuff, shootouts and stuff like that, having fun with it at our track days.
Yeah.
And then it was like, let's just let's just hit each one of these tracks and do something, So we planned this. We teased it back in 2023 and been working on it for the last few years. So this isn't something that like we just sprouted, it's been a lot of work in the making. And then of course, like I mentioned earlier, losing Heartland Park, obviously sucked, but and then it was like, well, do we kill it or we just make up a round and let's just see where it goes, So I think people want to get out and travel. Our local series here has become kind of like a one track deal. Unfortunately. Yeah, so
the track, the club owns part of the track, right?
I think originally, yeah. So it's a club. It originally was like a bunch of clubs came together. So one motorcycle club, and I think like 4 or 5 car clubs came together when they lost Cripple Creek here.
Okay.
And then they moved. So they built High Plains. They pitched in money. I think now High Plains is its own entity. I think.
Okay.
They're their own thing now. I think it's just run by each person from each of those clubs makes up a board. And they kind of run it. Yeah. And that's also tough. So if you're listening, you said, hey, we got in at High Plains. That's huge because if you're outside of one of those clubs, you don't get any dates there, So
wow. Okay.
Glenn had reached out and was like, hey, it originally was NASA was taking our date that we gave up for the circus. Cause I was like,
oh, okay.
I'm done at UMC right now. I'm going to take a little break. So they were looking at that date. They had reached out and said, well, a date might be available at High Plains. Would you be interested? I think it's cool what you guys are doing. I said, hell yeah, I'd love to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they saw the price at UMC. So NASA was like, no. They took the date back. And then Glenn was like, hey, we don't want to see you go. We'd still love to have you, but it's either it's April or it's October. And you just don't do great. Yeah, I was like, you don't do April here. Like Arma came out here in April, I think a year or so ago, dude. It was miserable. It was you're talking 40s
because it's hit or miss, right? It could be good,
but
likely it's snow on the ground.
It's likely gonna suck. I mean, May here is iffy, you know what I mean? But October, we usually don't get first snow till like Halloween. So I think mid-October is like perfect weather.
First snow. I don't even
that isn't even, you can't even.
I think like first morning without wind. That's what I think. Right.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I got some comments, I guess, from some of your sponsors. Arch York.
Oh yeah, that's our guy, man. That's the 811 UTR 811. They're our title sponsor. These are guys that they race the Midwest. They're a team pretty similar like Legion Speed, bunch of grassroots racing team called Underground. I think a lot of these guys.
Maurice Adcock says that he's got one more day of work and he's headed to Oklahoma.
Nice, dude. Nice.
That's badass, dude.
Yeah. But the UTR guys are like, I think a lot of them work for 811. Basically, they call before you dig. You've all seen that, right? So they pull together money. I think it's like state fund money. Basically pull together to be our sponsor. So that's pretty cool. I think they were sponsoring like Arma beforehand or something like that and wanted to try something different.
Yeah, how do you share that Audi sponsorship with us, bro? Like, what'd you do to get that?
Dude, that's huge, man. And I'll tell you,
how did you get Audi?
Dude, yeah, we can talk about this. So we have a friend, his name is Charles. He bought a bunch of Audis there, and we did a private track day for his birthday. We came and ran it, and his good buddy works for Audi. His name is Jay, and Jay comes out, has a good time. I think Charles kind of broached the subject. Hey, we're looking for sponsors. And they reached out, set a meeting. And I'm not going to lie, this is probably the most professional and like, sweating meeting. I came prepared, this pitch and all this stuff, suits in the room. And I didn't get to open my mouth much. They already knew a number. They already had a number. They already had their mindset. They honestly were like, dude, this is freaking cool. This is awesome. We spend X amount of money, no matter what, on marketing, and we want to spice it up and mix it up. And a lot of us ride motorcycles, and that was kind of it, man. And it's something I've learned with this is especially, you got all these guys who are looking for sponsors in this sport. And I've come to realize, dude, ditch the motorcycle industry. Like step out of that box, because everybody in the motorcycle industry's already been, they've already seen, it's the same dog and pony show, right? They've already been burned. They've already heard the same shit, how you're going to blow them up. I mean, everybody in this industry is already struggling. You know what I mean? Like there's no money there, man. As soon as we stepped out of that box, dude, and we went to people, one, you got to look at people who have a marketing budget, who are already spending like serious money, to where you go and ask for a few thousand or several thousand, they're not going to bat an eye because they're spending anyways on marketing. So you got to provide the marketing value, and people that get excited, like they got to get excited. When you go talk to people in motorcycle shop, you're like, yeah, dude, I'm racing. They're like, yeah, that's cool, man. Good for you.
Yeah, cool story, bro.
Yeah, we go walk into Audi, we walk into Starbucks.
Can you hook us up with some oil? And they're like, oh, you don't ride dirt bikes? Never mind.
Yep. But I mean, we walk into like Starbucks, local dispensary here, where they're seeing so much money every day, but they were like, what are you guys doing? Oh, dude, this is badass. What? Oh my God. Yeah, I used to have a bike, Yeah. What do you need? Yeah, let's do it. And that's the response we got for the majority of our sponsors are not motorcycle related at all. And it's been pretty awesome, dude. So
I can relate to that too. I mean, with the CRA, like when I was involved in it anyway, like I had a guy that was a limo company, like they're all my friends. Right? So my buddy owns a limo company, and I was like, hey, dude, how about, he does party buses and shit. So he wrote a check. And then my buddy Chris owns an IT consulting firm. So we had a, IT consulting firm. If you look over behind my microphone, you can see a couple of bottles of BST vodka.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even drink, but there's still trophies. Yeah. So that's awesome, man. That's good for you, buddy. That's that's one thing that will attract a lot of the racers that are in the top level club racer guys, bounty hunter types. If you have money for them to chase, they're going to come try to take it.
Yeah, and that's helped. That's the only reason we were able to do like payouts, because we had so many people come forward as far as sponsorship that really helped get this off the ground, that we were like, okay, we can do these 4 classes. So that was pretty huge. And I mean, even if this year is successful, a whole lot of what ifs, who knows where it'll go. I mean, honestly, who knows, man, but
great, dude.
Even next year, if it's, the pot will just be bigger, everything else has been pretty much covered and paid for.
So now let's talk about those paying classes. So like you obviously your premier class is a paying class, right?
Yeah.
Legion Superbike, right?
Yep, 1000. Yeah, SBK 1000. Yeah.
Okay. So what's the payout looking like on that? And
so first place is guaranteed $1,200.
No shit. Okay.
Yeah.
That's healthy.
Yeah.
And how far does it pay down?
Just the third. Everyone's the third.
Okay.
Yeah, just so top 3. Yeah. So if you're on the box, you're getting some money.
Okay.
Yeah. Second place is $1,000. Third place $750.
Second place is $1,000.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you're watching this and you're going racing in Oklahoma this weekend, but $1,000 to finish second.
Yeah, man.
That's healthy, dude.
Dude, that's right? Healthy. Yeah. So if you're watching this and you're not signed up, and I mean, our other org here in town just canceled their race this last weekend. So,
dude,
it sucks.
Sounds like a road trip to Oklahoma is in order for a bunch of Colorado peeps.
Dude, so you're not doing nothing. Fucking sign up, come win some money. I don't know why you wouldn't. You know what I mean?
Actually, come take their money. That's what you need to do. Just go take it,
dude.
Right?
I guess
Yeah, dude.
You can be at home talking about. And we got the big check. We got big checks. Thought that was important to do. We got big checks. So
I talking to. I texted Eli Block and asked him to send me the key features of holding a big check.
Yeah,
I guess he won some big check.
How big was it though? Because some of them were just too big.
I mean,
these are like nice size. You can hold them.
Yeah,
you're not fucking. If the wind comes along, you're not going for a ride or anything. But
I'm convinced. Maurice, wait for me.
Oh, Ruin? That's a local racer. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
should, bro. Come on.
Yeah. Maurice Adcock. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
He says he uses 811 every day. So what's the next paying class?
That would be Super Sport. Yeah, 750.
Sport?
Yeah, so that's the 600 class. Super Sport 750.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's the same rules as basically Moto America.
And then payouts.
Yeah, and then from there, payouts from there, first is $1,000. Second's like 750, and third is like 500.
$1,000 to go.
Yeah.
Now, what's your rules looking like in that Super Sport class? Are you doing like Moto America next gen?
It is. It's the next gen. It's the same rules, basically.
Okay. And how are you maintaining that balance there? Should that be a question for your tech dude?
We just talked about this. No, it's the same. It's the exact same rule. So if you're bringing a Ducati, I figure if you're bringing a Ducati, it's the same rule. It's the same rule. If you're doing the electronics, you got to have the electronics kit. We just talked about this last night because there was one guy particularly was like, well, I'm not that fast, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to pay X amount of dollars because I'm not going Moto A. And it's like, well, then this isn't, don't bring that bike here because it's not, it's not legal. So, and then the 750, is basically stock, right? And everything else 600 wise is open at Superbike rules. So it's really just down to the V2, and we're not going to change it for people because I didn't think that was super fair. Because what happens is if you make one exception for one guy, the top guys are going to see that and be like, well, then I'm going to go grab this bike and I'm going to shit on everybody because I can, and then all of a sudden you just created
if you're that guy, you could probably do that on anything.
Yeah, exactly. So no, so it's the same rules.
That's cool.
Yeah, man.
So $1,000, 750, and what's the third place?
500.
5,000, 750, 500.
Yeah.
If you win in your 750
in the Super Sport class. Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, so then what do you pay in a Twins Cup class, or what do you?
Yeah, Production Twins. So Production Twins pays out.
Prodi Twins.
Yeah, man. So if you've got an Aprilia 660, SB, what else? The R7, anything like that in that class. And it starts it starts 750 first place. I think
750.
Place is 500, and third place is let me think here. It's like 300 or something like that.
Wow, man. And then you probably have something similar to 400 class, right? 400. Whatever.
Yeah, which we just call featherweight. So it's an open 400 class. And it's quite a bit lower for that, but there's still something there for you. I think it's like 350, 200 or something like that, $100,
For years, racing at WSMC and then CVMA, the payouts, if there were payouts, it was like 3-2-1, 300, 200, 100.
Okay,
and then obviously the premier class, it would be more, try to make it so it's like $1,000 basically to win the premier class. But dude, you never got $1,000 to get second.
Right.
Right. Like that's healthy, dude. Like that's
man.
That's impressive, man. Good on you. So who are aside from your Team Underground dudes who said they're going to add $100 to each payout?
Where they say that? Let me see. I'm looking at the comments.
Arch York says Underground Team Racing will add $100 to each payout.
Damn.
So that's $100 on top of what the 811 thing is? Audi?
Yeah, basically.
Am I crazy?
No, so all these sponsors paid for a class thing. Okay. So, and it also is based off of registrations.
Okay.
So that is also it.
So if you have weak payout's not going to be there.
Yep. So we took this first year. And so once everything's paid and we have a number right at each track where it's like, hey, everybody's paid, everything's good. All the money afterwards basically gets divvied up into the classes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
you guys really are like a pro racing, like pro towards the racers type series.
Yeah. So we are not making any money this first year at all. So any money
you're not going to make money.
No, exactly. But I'm telling people, because people are like, oh, well,
running a racing org is not, it's like, like
anything extra just goes back into it. So, because people would email and be like, oh, so what could I win? And I'm like, dude, I don't know. It depends on the registrations. I mean, it could be a fucking $1. It could be a few, it could be, who knows, I mean, obviously if it really grows, but the idea there was like, hey, let's grow it. Let's put the money back in racers' pocket. We're already doing track days. We're not in this for the money, dude. Like there's no money to be made.
If you're in racing for money, like, wow.
No, dude, we're just
like, how
give
long
it back.
before you quit?
Yeah. So that was our idea with it, and like, let's just have fun and give it back to the racers,
dude.
Because who else is doing that? Fucking nobody.
Nobody else
So
is doing what you're doing
at the
either.
club level, let's just fucking make some money.
Club level series. Well, I think there's only one other series it's traveling, right? Arma, right? Arma travels.
Yeah, there's Arma. That's
and then the Wira Nationals, but that don't come to the West Coast.
Yeah, it doesn't come west anymore. So
yeah. So yeah, dude, you got a unique thing there. And I mean, it sounds like you got a couple rounds in Colorado and that's your home base, and that makes sense, but you got a few rounds travel. That's great too.
Yeah.
I mean, do you have aspirations for more than 6 rounds?
There's aspirations to see, there's definitely a plan A, plan B, depending on where this year goes. Right.
Okay.
Ideally I'd love to see the endurance grow a little bit.
Yeah.
For sure. The beautiful thing about endurance, you can kind of take it anywhere without stepping on other people's toes. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, if we wanted to come to Cali and be like, hey, let's do an endurance event, more people are going to be excited, be like, yeah, let's do it, dude. Which, I can't really take a sprint series everywhere without stepping on somebody's toes, and I really don't want to. I don't want to come and, because I know almost all these organized anyway. So nobody's going to be like, hey, man, I know you're doing sprints. I want to do sprints too.
Yeah.
Like, they're going to be like, get the fuck out of here, dude. So the goal here is mostly our region, right? Like, I'd love to fan it out a little by little, depending. We have some other stuff possibly coming with possibly a new track here in Denver. And
the crazy thing is, like, you spread out, like like you said, stepping on toes. Like, dude, you got CMRA to the south of you, who has that's a huge club, right?
Yeah, it's a huge club. So and that was one thing. Like, we're not going to Texas, you know what I mean? So we overlap a little bit there at Hallett, which I think is great, because I think they did one round a few months ago and they don't have another round there for quite a bit. But we at least draw some people,
Right.
Of course, obviously we compete directly with MRA here, but that's,
Are you really competing directly with them though? Because you're a travel series.
No, we're very different. Yeah, we're very different. So we're different.
You say you're different. Like, walk me through this. Like, what makes yours so cool?
Well, number one,
give me the pitch. Give the audience the pitch.
We are a track day company in the first place, so you can come to our track days. You can get a license on Friday, go race on Saturday, kind of thing. You know what I mean? I think if if you're one of those off bikes or you need a special class, that's probably the thing for you. If you're like, hey, I don't want to go more than 45 minutes away, and I want to go to High Plains, and that's it, and that's what my budget is, and that's what my work schedule can call for, dude, that's it. That's for you.
Right.
You know what you get there. It's a nonprofit. It's, exactly what you get when you go there. With us, like, you're getting payouts. It's a travel series. Load up with your buddies. Come out. We also doing some endurance racing, and it's sprints and shootouts. So we didn't talk about this much, how it's formulated. So you're doing either 8 or 10 laps sprints in the morning, and then it's just 5 lap shootouts, dash for the cash in the afternoon. And they're combined points. It's combined points. So to explain here, you have to do the first race and the second race. So if you got, say, maybe third, and then you got first in the shootout, that doesn't mean you win the cash. You win the cash if you have the higher combined points.
Okay.
Yeah, so
you're doing your 8 to 10 lap sprint and then a 5 lap dash for cash.
Yeah,
that's crazy. So
it's a double. It's
that's
double header.
Kind of badass.
Yeah, so it's combined points. Yeah, so you might get a trophy, you might not get the check. It just depends on what you did in the morning. Depends on what you do in the afternoon. So
yeah. There's a comment. Pretty Boy Racing says qualifying is huge. There's no penalty for missing a round or crashing.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing.
You do get a penalty for crashing because you don't get points, right?
Yeah.
But you're not going to get a grid penalty for not showing it. Okay.
Yeah, and that's what really makes us different is everybody qualifies. There's no like, oh, you only qualify if you're doing Race of the Rockies. Or
the website's right there, everybody, if you're looking for it.
You call within the next 30 seconds. We'll give you a discount. Oh, shit.
Yeah, so your race, you have 8 to 10 lap races and sprints, And
yeah, it just depends on the track, right? The length of the
yeah,
track. Obviously, a short track, we're going to do more, and then obviously, if it's a long track, something like
how
outer
long
course.
is your premier race? SBK 1000 race.
Well, it'll be the same. So it's
Like
10
laps
laps the sprint, yeah, and then it's still 5-lap shootout, 6-lap shootout, depending on where
Oh
it's
wow!
at, obviously. So if
you're
it's
gonna
at like
shoot out for that
PPIR,
too. That's
it's going to
badass,
be a
dude.
little more laps, yeah.
And do you have like a hype man microphone guy? Do you get your man on?
We got a guy, dude. I don't know how hype he is. He's getting a little old, so I don't know if he's watching, but he better bring the fucking heat.
You just called your heat guy old, man.
he is a little old, but I know he's got it in him. So if he doesn't bring it, he's fired. He's fired.
Wow.
So he's been
put on notice already.
Yeah. And then our trophies are at the end of the day too. Like, it's not like, we're not taking time to like, I hate that shit, dude. You're trying to everybody's trying to hustle and bustle. And,
CRA, when we were doing that, that's one of the things we just had to do because we had so many trophy paying classes. And we were trying to give several classes the opportunity to stand in front of the mic and do the thing. And it became crazy. And then they, we right towards the end of my tenure there, it was like Saturday, these classes were going to be trophy, ceremony. And then Sunday is kind of same thing, except for the premier race, I think. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But, it was like a mixed bag on that. I don't know. Like the results were hard to sometimes round up the people.
Yeah, that can be tough, man. So I don't know. For us, for right now, I think we'll just wait to the end of the day. Hopefully, it draws a little bit more of a crowd. People come over. They want the trophy. They want their big checks, and just kind of announce everything. And and then we're not. I just think it sucks when you get up there. You won the big class, right? Any class, right? You get up there on the trophy. You're excited, dude. There's like, I don't know, your wife or something. Maybe somebody else. Maybe some guys from your team, and then everybody else is still trying to hustle and bustle and go race, so we kind of want to give you the spotlight and make sure everybody's there.
And so the paying classes are the ones that are going to be that format. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome, man. Like, so you're racing at Hallett this weekend.
Dude.
When does pre-registration close? Like if you're the guy, if you're in this audience watching this and you're like, hey,
closes tomorrow night, so you gotta be signed up tomorrow night.
Okay, you gotta sign up by Wednesday night at midnight.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so Coop's gonna be on the phone, right? You're gonna be manning the phone?
No, it's all online. You sign your ass up online. And listen, if you don't, you can come. I mean, obviously you come and we'll get you taken care of, but don't be calling me at midnight.
Don't be calling him. Yeah, don't be calling him at midnight. Okay, but like, what happens if they miss pre-registration? Can they still make the weekend?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, always, always. You can always just show up. Like if you're like, fuck, I didn't fill my stuff out. I get it, dude.
If you have trouble filling out, if you have trouble filling out the stuff, if you're
whatever it is,
struggling with the technology and you're
I know
you can't figure out the e-waiver, right?
So fucking if you can't figure it all out,
if you can't figure out the e-waiver, we know that you're in the 401k class.
If you can't read, which is like majority of you.
Really?
Dude, yeah. Racers can't read to save their lives, man. And to be fair, I'm the same way. Hey man, just tell me what class I can run, how much do I got to pay, and I'll show up. But unfortunately, people just get, like the answer's right in front of you. If you just take a minute.
What do you have before we wrap this, obviously. Plus we're going to talk a little bit more about your final sponsor rundown and all that. But like, what's the tire situation like?
So we've got Pirelli on board is like our backing, is our tire sponsor.
Well, that's solid.
Yeah. We made that pretty. Yeah. So we've got Pirelli, we've got Dunlop coming out as well. So yeah.
Okay.
I don't
know
about
Pirelli
Michelin.
and Dunlop.
I don't know if anybody runs Michelin still, but it's Dunlop.
There people do somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to see that dude from Colorado come out to Chuckwalla.
Dennis, that dude. Yeah. I don't think he even has any. I don't know if he sells tires. He just has them.
Dennis Stowers.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Why do I remember
Michelin,
that? I don't know.
Michelin guy forever.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's selling something. So people ride him still.
I mean, dude, the Colorado thing for me when I first went there, it was shocking to me, like how many people ran Michelins. But
well,
a
dude,
lot
that
of
was it for
that
years,
that
for a
was
long
Mark
time.
Schellinger. That was the
Yeah, that
Michelin
was
thing
all
in
Marky
Colorado
Mark,
was
dude.
100% Schellinger,
Yeah,
right?
he was the man.
Well, I can't remember what was his wife's name. It was like Mark and his wife.
Jesus Christ, why can't I think of Mark's
Yeah,
wife's
dude,
name?
it's been a minute.
And I know her too, and I haven't seen her in a minute.
Yeah, dude.
I hope she's not watching. She's gonna judge me.
Like their whole family was at the track, dude.
Oh, dude, yeah.
It
was cool then.
Tammy,
I mean, I wasn't there.
Tammy,
But, yes, Tammy, thank you.
Matt
Tammy
Muldoon,
Schillinger.
thank you, buddy, thank you. Yeah. So Tammy and Mark, man, they did the Michelin thing, and they murdered for years.
Well, that's when tires was like that was a business, and now it's not. It's not the fucking same, dude. Like, tire business.
Well, it's still a business, but
it's the
weird.
Profits aren't the same for the guys out there slinging tires, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm kind of a tire guy now, so I kind of know.
Are you a tire guy now too?
Yeah, dude. Like
the
TrackDaz program, dude. We are a Pirelli shop, bro. Like I got.
Are you really? You doing all your own thing?
Okay. Yeah, dude. Yeah, we got the tire machine, everything. Yeah, 100%.
It's a tough business, man.
It is, but you got to do it, you know. And
yeah, I'm thankful we have somebody, because the tire situation here in Colorado for the last couple of years has been I don't know what to say. It's a shit show.
Really?
Yeah, dude. Well, we were Dunlop for a minute, and then he stepped away, and then there was nobody. And then the other organization was a nonprofit. It was like, we'll start selling tires, and then that flopped. That flopped hard, real bad. And then you know, and I told Dale. I remember we had a conversation with Dale, and I was like, dude, that's not going to work. I was like, let me know when when you got it figured out. I was like, we'll just tell people to go to like Cycle Gear or some shit. I was like, that's not gonna work out. So then, and Dale called me. He's coming out to our one round, you know, and or out to Oklahoma actually. So, and then we have Longmont Motorcycle Tire Company, who stepped up and took over Pirelli. I remember at the beginning of the year, I called Oscar, and I was like, dude. He's like, well, what do you want? I was like, dude, I just want you to show up. Like, I don't need anything else to show up, man. We just got to have Pirelli.
Yeah.
Like, make it happen, you know? And he did, man. So it's pretty.
Well, that's kind of what Oscar did for us, but he like made us show up with the tires.
Yeah. Okay. He's like, sure.
Like, you know, between it was mostly, I think I'll just give the props to Chris McGuire. It was his idea. Yeah. He was just like, dude, just fucking do it yourself. Like, we're busy. But yeah, I mean, it's been kind of working out, dude. You know, from the track day thing, like it seems like the DOTs sell way more than I ever thought they would.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, track days. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, definitely. Because guys want to leave. They want to go ride on the street still.
Dude, I saw a guy sign up for a track day today. On TrackRabbit, you could set it up and have them pre-order your tires.
Right yes, isn't that nice? Yeah. There's some nice. They're getting there. They're
man.
Fucking finally figuring some things out.
But yeah, that's the tire business, man. It's, you know, there's some money in it, but it's like whatever. But yeah, so pre-registration closes tomorrow night. Everybody, midnight Wednesday night. Get signed up. Go racing in Oklahoma.
Reciprocity is free.
Free reciprocity, so you don't have to pledge allegiance to the Legion SBK.
Man. That's the beauty of a travel
series. Wave your own flag.
Yeah.
You know, CVMA, we used to do this thing called the road crew. Man, that's like perfect road crew shit right there, man.
Oh, it is, dude. Grab your buddies and just
grab your buddies and go from California to Nebraska.
Yeah. Fuck it. Oklahoma.
Even
Oklahoma. Come on, man.
Yeah, Oklahoma this weekend.
Yeah. It's right outside of Tulsa.
Right outside of Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Where what was his name? Stallone just did that Tulsa, the King of Tulsa. You watched that show though?
No, dude. No. Never heard of it.
Sylvester Stallone. It's like his last show.
Huh.
He's a drug dealer, mob guy in Tulsa.
Did not know that. But yeah, you know what, man? It was it's been a good show, Coop. I appreciate the time,
bro.
Man. And
I appreciate you having me, man.
Dude, you know, again, sign up on that link right there that's scrolling around. And
yeah, dude.
You know, final rundown. Give me the roll call with your team or whatever you want to talk about.
Well, I'll shout out like our sponsors and all that good stuff, man. I mean, obviously we talked about UTR 811. That's our title sponsor. Our partner is Audi Denver. obviously they put up a lot. Oh, did I even mention did I tell you we've got a freaking Audi R8? I didn't even mention this. We have a fucking pace car, basically. We have a safety car.
You have a safety car.
Yeah, Audi R8 safety car, dude. This thing's tits. It is so badass.
What?
Can't believe we didn't talk about it. Yeah. Did you watch the video I sent you, the hype video for that?
No, man.
Dude, you want go watch it. All right. After this, go watch it. Everybody else has probably seen it. Yeah, we have a safety car. You got to watch that. That'll blow your fucking mind.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see here. Gosh, we've got our other big sponsors are WH Realty Company. That's Brandy Wright. She's a local realtor. She rides, which is pretty cool. She's sponsoring the featherweight class, so that's big for us. Yeah. TJ Corsa, good old TJ KYT sponsoring the Superstock 600. Speaking of, KYT is a big sponsor of ours. So they're sponsoring the Superbike class. Yep. Dude, we just got ours in, dude. They're sick. They're so sick. So shout out to them. They really stepped up. If you don't know, TJ lives here in Colorado, so that was really important to him to, be on board with the local org, which is cool. We got Conrad Oliver's a homie of ours. He's in the business of Blue Raven, like solar panels.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, dude. So he's sponsoring Superstock 1000. We got another homie who does Root Access Roasters. It's a coffee company. These are like cyber tech dudes, guys who like know everything about you, keep you safe at night. All they do is drink coffee, so they know it pretty well, dude. Yeah, so yeah, they're doing the hooligans class. Okay, we got Starbuds. I mentioned them earlier, but they're a local dispensary, dude. Really awesome guys. Whether you smoke, you don't, whatever, CBD.
You got a weed sponsor now,
dude. Yeah, bro, that's where the money is. Okay, Production Twins. We got Envy Racing. Sure, you've heard of Envy suits and stuff like that. They're doing the Super Street 350. We got an oil company, Lube Rollis, out of Texas, doing Superstock 450 all the way out of Texas. Imperial Sport Bikes, that's our local shop, doing Aprilia and stuff like that, sponsoring Super Sport class. We got 64 Degree Racing. Sure, you've seen them. Tate, all the undersuits, knee pucks. I think he's doing suits with like Plus now. Open Twins. Gosh, we got a ton, bro. And then we're not even into the novice class. We got Yamaha's champion,
oil, Roosters, Bird Racing, like Pretty
Bird
Boy
Racing. Yeah, Yamaha's
Pretty
champion.
Boy?
Right? He's our he's our he's doing our timing right now is what he's doing.
Pretty Boy's the timing guy.
And he's also did some event coordination stuff. He's like my right hand man.
Okay.
Moment. Yamaha, obviously champion of riding schools on board, sportsman's class. Yep, we got the Rocky Mountain Mini Moto.
Okay.
Is on board. Love Tigers.
I didn't ask, but like, do you have contingency for manufacturer stuff? Do you have like Kawi, Yamaha, etc.? Or you still
dude? That was no. We tried, man. But we tried everybody, and it was kind of like, oh, we already have this and that. I mean, we applied to everybody, and that's really. Did you? Just real quick, did you have a hard time getting it? Did you find an email or somebody to talk to to find these contingencies?
I
was so difficult. So hard, dude. Like, they were like, oh, actually that closed like last year. And I was like,
I know some guys like,
we'll talk about it for next year. Cause
like
the hardest part is trying to get on a contingency list.
The biggest problem that I found with the road race contingency, I know that one of the partners, I got us Yamaha, I just talked to Tom, but one of the partners had a relationship with Suzuki, I think, and then I think another partner had something with BMW and Ducati, and then there was like, I think the biggest factor that we found was that partnering with the AMA kind of tipped it over. They didn't want to help us until we had affiliation with the AMA. So, and then somehow once we got that was Bob's your uncle, The contingency payouts, I guess except for Honda right now, are not super stellar like they were in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, right.
Kind of wish they would come back to that, but the fan base, everybody watching needs to go buy more motorbikes, I guess. Right. So
So no, we're working on that. I think there's some contingency, obviously the usual tires and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And there's contingency with KYT if you're wearing their helmets, and some other little stuff with some of the brands. So yeah. And we got a ton of other sponsors too. If I missed you, I'm sorry. But
yeah, Epic Superbike Designs, like
yeah.
boys.
That's them all. Yeah, we have a ride on ride on motorcycle training too. We got advanced coaching as well. One of our guys that does a super awesome job coaching. Advanced Industries that wrapped the SBK, the safety car. Like I said, Bird Racing. And then we have some huge sponsors for endurance, which is like Slick Mobile Racing. That's like a mobile service that comes in, does all your fleet maintenance, oil changes, comes to your house, does everything for you. And that's that's pretty badass. We got Rocks Heating and Air in the house, and then of course we got Airco Motorsports. That was really huge. We just picked them up a couple weeks ago. Another big dealer. They do like Ducati, Triumph, all that stuff. Pretty big.
Well, I hope it works out for you, man. I really do, man. And I'm rooting for you because there's not if it was so easy, everybody'd do it, right? And
dude, I know, man.
And you're learning. You're learning. You're gonna see.
Yeah.
And your timing and scoring guy needs to be on point.
Yep.
Yep. And Irate Barry, I'm gonna give the last question to him. He says
Barry.
Irate Barry, he wants to know, how do we get a full head of gorgeous hair like Cooper?
First off, Barry has a ton of hair. It's just growing. It's probably down to the middle of his back by now. I haven't seen Barry in a minute.
Dude, Barry looks like Norik Haga, or right? Norik Abe back in the 90s. With the mullet sticking out, right? He's got the mullet coming out of his...
Yeah, doesn't he have good hair? He's got good hair. I don't know, man. Genes. I'm part Italian, and the rest is Irish and Scottish. I don't know.
He doesn't... Notice one of us is wearing a ball cap.
Yeah. My biggest fear in life is, definitely going bald. So
he doesn't wear hats. Much. Wow.
No. Barry, Barry, grab your shit. Come out. I better see you at UMC outer course. Dude.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, seriously. Endurance racing. I'll do it.
Yeah.
Put me in, coach. I'll fly out to wherever.
Hell yeah.
Like this thing is like, I got a guy, he's a club racer, and dude, end of next month, I'm going to Detroit to go ride.
To Detroit. That's right. You told me that. Yeah.
Grattan. Yeah. Like cool. Lit Racing.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have to send me, I want to check that out because I haven't heard of that. So
dude, I'm not gonna ride your Cowie, Barry. Nice try, buddy. But yeah, like these guys have a bunch of bikes, and they're like, "Yeah, dude, come on out." I'm like, "Sure." It's kind of neat, man. I don't know.
It is cool, man.
Yeah, they're saying Grattan's epic. The pretty boy guy says it.
Okay, maybe I do know this.
Yeah, it's like it's outside of Detroit, man. Grattan, or
is that like the name of a neighborhood, or what is that?
I don't know, man.
This is a company that makes.
I just know I'm flying out there. I'm staying in some hotel.
I mean, the first thing that comes up is like fashion. This ain't it. Never mind. That's not it.
Guessing it's not fashion.
I don't think it's fashion. Yeah. I don't know. You can send me a link later, though.
Yeah, dude. Whatever.
But watch the video on this freaking car.
I will, dude. I will. And seriously, use that link right there.
Yeah, get signed up. Please do.
Get signed up.
You see me stressed. I got bags under my eyes. Fucking sign your asses up, dude.
Well, it is Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
Pre-registration closes at midnight tomorrow. So
yeah.
You know how it is. Everybody floods in right to beat the midnight deadline, right?
Stressing me out, people.
Yeah, dude.
Sign your asses up.
Welcome to running a race series, buddy.
Yeah,
dude.
Yep.
All right. Well, you know what? I'm gonna let you get back to it, Coop. I appreciate the time, and
thanks, homie.
Wish you the best of luck, buddy, and fully expect a report from the weekend from you.
Yeah, man. We'll have it out there for sure. I got a communications manager too. He writes them up and posts them. So
cool. All right. Thanks for everybody for watching this thing too, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of comments, like many people. That was pretty good.
Dude, we had a lot of comments, and I think we had like 5,400 for a long time watching. So
that's cool, man.
Anyway, thanks everybody for watching this thing. And
yeah, man.
Tomorrow night I've got the Canadian racer, Bronte Veerbeek. Veerbeek.
Okay. It's in the Superbike series up there.
She does that, and she's doing the R7 thing. I guess she has aspirations to do the
what is that,
FIM
overseas?
WRC thing with the R7.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep. Okay.
So she's doing that. She's goal for doing that. So yeah.
Cool, man.
That's who I got on the show tomorrow night. So everybody tune in. Thank you guys for watching this thing tonight, and
thanks.
Peace out.
Later, man.